stream.
Yeah, probably.
Probably should get some head. You guys aren't getting echo.
We are live. So welcome everyone to the Momma Atheist after party. Just before we get going, there's something I kind of wanted to mention here. In between the interview with Momma Atheist, or with Amanda, I'm just going to call you Amanda from now. So.
It's fine.
I was, looking to see who wanted to join, and I saw some notifications going off in some of the multiple groups that I'm a member of. And you may or may not be familiar with Angie Dell, or also known as Da Diva on Twitter. Her house was just destroyed. Literally no roof, no nothing. It almost looks like it was torn to pieces by a tornado. And now everyone that lives there is safe. The only member of the family that's missing currently is the cat, which is not surprising. Thanks for telling me that my channel is now live. Thank you very much there. Okay, you know what? Fuck this shit. I just give me a second. I got to shut down my notifications because they piss me off. Anyway, all right. I don't know who's got a computer that's really, really noisy when nobody's talking.
I've been texting Amanda about it, going, "You need to go your headphones. It's fine. You need to go headphones. It's fine." And
But yeah, so there's talk now of some fundraising streams to help them get through this a little bit as much as we can do. So be on the lookout for those. And if you guys can help out at all, that would be fantastic. I know it's tough right now because everyone's sort of holding on to whatever money they got because a lot of people are unemployed right now because of the COVID-19 issue. So this honestly is not a good time for something like this to happen. Obviously, no. But it's never a good time for your home to be suddenly gone, clearly. But if anyone out there, I'm probably going to do what I can. I've got a little bit of cash flow that I can throw towards them to help out a little bit.
Same here, Neil.
Right, because Angie's she's awesome. So
she's good people.
Yeah, for sure.
I've just asked Faye to drop in with the link in the chat when they've got the PayPal the GoFundMe set up.
Okay, that's excellent.
So she'll either drop in or send it to one of us to put in. So.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure when it's created, it'll get put into Angie's Mellow Mates, and I'll pick it out of there and shell the shit out of it.
And we can all drop it. Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder, fucking Randall.
And Julie's in chat too, so she'll get it as soon as it comes up. So.
Yeah, Randall Matthew, or Matthew Randall, but I like saying his name backwards because that's what it says in his Twitter tag. Randall Matthew wanted in, and I sent him a link, and he's not jumping in.
His YouTube's the other way around too, isn't it?
Wanting a link.
Clockwork.
Clockwork Rex is requesting a link.
Oh, okay.
Wanting to join.
Oh well.
Unless somebody hops in, it's always hopscotch here.
True.
Hopscotch.
Dave's probably falling asleep.
Matthew is going to come in, so we'll have to wait a bit because you can only have 6 people in here max. All right, there's Randall Matthew.
Yo, what up?
Hey man. So I'm not sure if you heard, but you hear about Angie?
What happened?
Her house is destroyed, dude.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Happened? Like,
it looks like a tornado shredded it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Good news is everyone's safe.
Do you know, like, was she in the house when it happened? Do they have a basement, a shelter, or anything like that?
I don't know. I know nothing.
I know you know that everybody's okay bar the cat, but actually going through that and sitting in the living room watching the TV and all of a sudden the lift roof's off, or the roof lifts off, that would be...
Angie's in shock, and I guess the rest of the family is too at the moment, so...
I imagine so.
Yeah. No, she's sort of talking about it, and as much as to let people know, but she's not good, is she, IQ?
Is this Angie Dell or?
Yep.
Yeah, Angie Dell.
Yeah, like the last person that something that like this should happen to.
Oh, yeah.
God's angry
Well,
because she's an atheist now.
Yeah, that's what the Christians are gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
yeah.
don't, because someone like SJ is going to say some shit like that.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
Steve,
but God isn't anger though. God doesn't do that according to Christians. So sometimes they backslide on that depending on what is fitting their narrative. Don't you know?
I like that. God doesn't do that, and yet he drowned everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I'm
the
not
first
an angry God. I
first
just
That's
drown
actually
people.
why
for
they say
fun.
that God doesn't do that, because he promised to not spread his wrath after that.
Right, because God never
And
changed.
yet,
but
he destroyed
changed.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Bit of
baby. It'll never happen
inconsistency.
again.
You gotta love a guy that
Harder.
kills his own kid to make a point.
Yeah.
And then
I
he
mean-
tells you in the Bible that you should stone disobedient children there.
Yep. Yep.
Well, he kills obedient ones too, so, man.
Well, they kill all sorts of babies. Holy crap! He's like he's
Uh-huh.
pro infanticide.
Infanticide, yes. Steve, it's in Texas.
I mean,
As you live.
as I've said many times, if you read the Bible properly, the devil's the good guy and God's the bad guy.
That's absolutely right. Because look at how many people the devil killed. The devil killed like 8 or 9 people, but God killed, was it 3.1 million people in the Bible? And most of the time because he was just angry.
They weren't real people. It's okay.
And
That's true.
and God wanted to keep mankind in naked in the garden for his own pleasure, and the devil wanted to give mankind knowledge.
Yep.
Hmm.
So they could figure out the guy was a perv because he wanted to watch him run around naked in the garden.
Yeah, but God insists that you worship him. The devil insists you don't worship my dickhead dad. That's it. You don't have to worship Satan. You just don't worship his dickhead dad.
Yeah.
Shit.
I find
You
it
just-
silly though sometimes to sit there and shout at him and go, you know, God did this and God did that and God did the other, and then 2 minutes later we stand there and go, but I can't be angry at God or because he doesn't exist. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's always fun though when you're talking to a Christian and you point this out that, hang on, your devil did the nicer thing.
Yeah. Who did the devil kill, by the way?
I don't remember. We should actually.
Well,
We
Joe's
should
family-
keep track of. Yeah, we should keep track of all these people. But yeah, actually, it was all the members of Job's family.
But it's not actually the devil. It's called the advocate.
Yes.
Like,
adversary.
The opposition. He's not actually called the devil at that point.
No.
But even if you say that, he only killed them because God told him to. They're
Yep.
having a bet, and God says, "No, you can go and kill them." You go, "You sure?" Yeah. Go kill- okay.
Like really, really, I'm gonna kill people, really?
Yeah.
Hey, you go kill them. I'm going to sit here and watch the two running around naked in the garden. Just give me a quick second.
Yeah. I mean, it's like,
His peen while somebody, the devil's off killing people. He's gonna be like, "Ha, Adam and Eve." Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah. Get her.
yeah. Oh no! Have we just discovered that Eden was God's porn channel?
Yeah, exactly. He's up there going, you can put that there? Wow.
Eden
Spice
Hub
channel.
or Eden Hub.
So it wasn't the devil that killed everybody.
Nub.
It was the advocate, right?
The adversary, yeah.
Oh, the adversary. I thought you said the advocate. I'm like, oh, so it was Al Pacino.
Yeah, I did say the advocate, but yes, it's the adversary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hashatan is Hebrew for the adversary.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, really, if you think about it, the devil is the advocate for living a decent life.
The advocate for adversaries.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to be a badass like me? We have the coolest motorcycles.
Actually,
Best part.
Autobot
That's what
screams that the
Americans have to
advocate is
compensate.
defender.
Americans have the best motorcycles because they usually have to compensate and have to have something big between their legs. You know, us Europeans, we don't see that problem.
Yeah, I don't have to have something big between my legs. I already know what to do with it. I ride motorcycles because they're fun. Well, I ride my girlfriend because it's fun too. But
I'm just gonna hide.
yes!
I'm just gonna hide.
Achievement unlocked. Go ahead. You call me an asshole.
That would be going lightly.
I'm amazed you didn't get a finger salute for that.
Yeah, you got your fucking... No, I'm just kidding.
Does your woman watch the shows? Does she watch what you're on? No.
No, because she's a very staunch Christian.
That must be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Your girlfriend is a staunch Christian?
Yeah, I have two of them since I'm polyamorous.
Now, you just saying that she yells, "Oh God," during sex, or
Well,
Hang
that
on.
too. Well, that too.
you've got one. Does the staunch Christian girlfriend know that you're polyamorous?
Yeah. Actually, with my first they're best friends. They were childhood best friends, and they know
She's not much
it's
of a
all.
staunch Christian, then, is she?
Well, she was in a polyamorous relationship once that didn't work out because she was married and the other people were married and they just kind of switched off and were all polyamorous. And then the other guy decided that he was going to be a little too possessive, and so she had to break it off. So, but this is a little different because she's not with her husband. She's getting a divorce from him. And I've been with my main relationship for like 10 years now. They were childhood best friends. And now I have two consenting, loving relationships. And it's great.
Cool.
Okay, I just created an awkward silence.
Oh no, I'm just.
No.
I'm just. Oh, sorry.
I'm reading the chat because this is I know the Old Testament like the back of my hand because I grew up Jewish,
Right.
and this is not correct. There's no mention of Satan in the Old Testament at all, other than the word Hashatan, which means the adversary.
Right. Well, what Christians try to say is that,
And he's not called Yahweh in the Old Testament either.
no, it's Yeshua, isn't it?
It's El.
Well,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
Or Adonai. Adonai is.
Yahweh is in the Old Testament, though, isn't he? It's
I didn't think so.
yeah, Elohim,
It's sort of
Yahweh.
it's Yud Vav He Vav, which is like
Yeah.
we say Adonai, but it could be construed as Yahweh, which I think they ultimately did. The Christians took it and turned it into that.
Into
Yeah.
Yahweh, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if you read through the Talmud properly and you actually look at derivative sources, the Jews actually did think there were more than just their God around. It's
Oh
just
yes,
their God
they
was
had a
the
pantheon.
God. There was a pantheon, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, God had a wife and everything. It's the Christians that have twisted this into something weird, and the Christian religion is a monotheism religion with three gods.
Well, the Catholicism version of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. No, they're separate. No, but they're the same. Yeah,
And that's only dogma because the Trinity isn't actually mentioned in the Bible either. So
no, it's actually talked of like three separate things completely.
yeah, and that's why the whole blaspheming against the Holy Spirit thing, it's a bunch of dogma bullshit. So
I'm not sure what this is in reference to.
it's too small. I can't see it, so I don't know what it
It
says.
says these guys are fucking pricks. I don't know what it's in reference to, though.
Nah, who knows? It could have been something that
Isn't that
we
called
said.
docking?
Yeah, when we get part.
Yes, in some circles.
I apologize
Now,
for
there's
that.
something I
That
need
was
to cover here.
awful.
That was weird.
Now, God is the one, the creator of the universe, and is the
Allegedly.
most, I guess, important, allegedly the most important thing. Is all-knowing, completely omniscient, omnipotent, desires the praise and only the praise from everybody, and that is the only thing that can keep you from actually getting into heaven, so to speak, is just that disbelief and not giving him the praise and the glory for everything. Is entitled to do anything that he sees fit. And I really try not to use the he thing, but I try to avoid the it, because a lot of people get triggered by it. But I'm putting the disclaimer out there, as I don't like the he thing, given the gender to God, fucking whatever. Really says that he has love for everybody,
Fucking whatever.
but
That's
is
hilarious.
okay with setting his own set of rules for, say, drowning babies, allowing rape and stuff like this to go on. So there's a lack of really true empathy in there that really ties back to him being the one that deserves all the glory for everything, and it's all his rules, and really hates other gods. Now, with all that being said, do I have the wrong definition of narcissism?
No, and
No.
also I'd like to point out he sounds like Donald Trump too, always requiring praise from everybody.
That's just what I was going to say. Yeah, narcissism has a picture of Donald Trump beside them.
Because that's like textbook narcissism right there.
Oh yeah, what is that? That was that
kind
Dawkins?
of.
Go ahead.
Isn't textbook narcissism part of the course for all gods? I mean, look at Zeus and even Thor and that. I mean, they're all pretty narcissistic.
in less than 3 sentences.
Well, I guess they kind of have to be, because I mean, like, this is Joe. He's the real God. He doesn't think much of himself. You should worship him anyway.
He doesn't think much of himself.
What
There's
was that
the
you said,
humble God.
Matthew?
I says in less than 30 seconds, you put Trump and God in the same as a reference point. Trump is definitely not up there with Thor and all. Although people do worship him, let's not put Trump's a God.
Yeah.
out there.
We
Well,
totally need a meme of Thor hugging Jesus.
I can do that. Can we use Buddy Christ?
Ocean, if you
still
heard
not
that,
a
I'm
good
sorry.
Twink Jesus. There's definitely Twink Jesus. Sorry, little Twink Jesus. Where the hell did that come from?
Buddy Christ is my favorite Jesus. No?
Twink Jesus is being a dick right now, so sorry.
Nobody remembers Buddy
He's
Christ.
never going to live that down, Amanda.
No, he's not. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Hey, dude. Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm not. I'm having issues with my YouTube AdSense account, so they're hoarding all my cash
And
until.
links in the description. Yep.
Nerdy just put in the links there. So, if any of you guys can help out, Angie just lost her house, so. And Faye just popped in and put it in there as well.
Put it there as well. Thanks, Faye. Thanks, Nerdy.
Yeah. And Pirate Kitty, too.
And Pirate Kitty. Yay, Pirate Kitty. Oh, she redacted hers, though. Because it was already up.
Okay, and it's official. I see the post by Angie right here. Her house was hit by a tornado.
Damn.
Tornado.
Yeah.
In the south, they're tornadoes.
And it's totaled.
Holy crap. Looks like the whole tone is leveled.
Yeah, pretty much. So there you go.
Wow, that was really loud. Should have put my guitar away before I hopped on. It's in the way.
I'm gonna.
Everybody's busy tweeting this out.
Yeah.
We're all on our phones during. Everybody's watching. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Everybody in
I'm
the
just
chat should be busy
between them.
tweeting this shit out too. So just give us a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's fucking brutal. Like, you see the pictures and the video there. It's just the whole place is just gone. It's like everything's just been ripped to shreds there. That's a good question, and I thought about that earlier. By the way, this is a very good question, and insurance in Texas for something like this may not be covered.
Do they not get tornadoes there? Do they not regularly get tornadoes? You know, like
that's why it may not be covered
because it's regular.
Well, it's also considered an act of God.
God.
Addition to our insurances here,
which we all know is fucking bullshit. But
it's the biggest fucking bullshit.
It really does shock me how bad America is on all the fucking goddamn small print.
Oh yeah, they should just call it an act of nature.
I'm in the UK and I'm very lucky to get 80% of my wages, and I do generally work. I work close to 48 hours a week, so getting 80% of my wages, and we can also apply for a mortgage fucking break. So I've got a 3 months time off work at 80% and a 3 months mortgage break. Okay, I haven't filled the paperwork out yet, but still, and I know, don't shout at me. And you forget, like, the people in America, if you don't go to your job, you lose your job. You're now unemployed. You know, and it's fucking insane. We got the choice to either stay at work for 100% or go home for 80% for 3 months. You know, and from a Tory government too. Socialism way. Really, America should be the country for the amount of money the amount of people that you have there, for the amount of taxes that you take in, for the amount of money that you have. It is shocking.
Sorry.
Now that Bernie is now going to get the blame for absolutely everything. If Bernie had to become president, there was an awful lot of potential there, but Mom is just getting angrier and angrier and angrier, and she's thinking about the trees.
What you have to realize is that our government stupidly spends our money.
Yeah.
So that, it's like giving a teenager billions of dollars. They're just going to spend it on stupid shit. That's the way our government is. That's why, it is the way it is.
It depends on what you mean by stupid shit. Because if you're gonna...
Well, look at all the pork that not only the Republicans but the Democrats put into bills and stuff. I mean, that
it's funny that you find that most of the countries that started off 50, 60, 100, 150 years ago as mainly, having a demonstrably religious base, because it was there set as the start, people got sick of it. People eventually then go, right, well, if that's the law, we're going to change the law. Look at Ireland, the south of Ireland recently. But with a country like America, because it's not been like that and the rules have been set in place, it's given the opportunity for people to take advantage of them. And whoever has the most money, like I'm watching American politics and advert and CNN for talk's sake, and they're like, oh, such and such has raised this amount of money. That's the first thing they bring up, not their policies, not what they're representing, not this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, they're doing really well. Why? Because they've raised X amount of money.
Oh yeah, it's we need to get the money out of politics. That's part of the platform that Bernie was running under. Is that because look at what the hell's his name? Bloomberg spent millions and millions of dollars of his own money just to ultimately lose. But it seems like if you don't have money, that you don't have a leg in the election, and it's bullshit. I think
a lot of people on the right with that talking point, though, as you mentioned with Bloomberg, the manager of our local area, when we were having this discussion about money in politics and stuff, was like, yeah, well, if Bloomberg just gave £1 million to every fucking citizen of America, he'd have been able to buy the election that way. And it's like, what? And then he does the Fox talking point of 500 million and 300 million people, and if you divide it down, they each get $1 million. They get $1.40. I think it was. It's
yeah, I don't know what you can buy with $1.40 here.
Maybe a Big Mac, or not a Big Mac, even a chicken mayo, maybe, or a McFlurry.
Maybe a McFlurry. You could buy something off the dollar menu, I guess, at McDonald's.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah, chicken mayo. I like the chicken mayos on the dollar menu.
In terms of spending money in the country or being able to spend the money, talk about lobbyists. Lobbyists fuck up my sector big time. The fossil fuel lobbyists are pretty much the biggest spender in DC. What do you think
I'll
that
agree.
does for alternative energy or climate science at all?
And the funniest thing
I
is, look at what the lobbyists used to be before they became lobbyists. You know, they probably worked for the government for 4 years for some administration and then got hooked up and landed, and now they... No, the
Yeah.
American system is just fucked up.
Oh, we know.
Yeah. Those of us with brains know. Not a goddamn thing we can do about it, though.
And you know what's sad is, no, the only person that's running against Donald Trump is a dementia patient who doesn't even know what planet he's on.
He's
They couldn't have.
not even he's not even a Democrat. He's fucking Republican light. Fuck that.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll still vote for him though. And the people that the Bernie Sanders and big Bernie Sanders supporter, all the people that are really super supportive of Bernie that are coming out and saying they won't vote for Biden because he's not Bernie. Seriously, Biden or fucking Trump? Why is this a question? This shouldn't be a fucking question. Okay?
Yeah, no shit.
So just fucking vote. Fuck it. Fucking vote, please.
No, I
Seriously.
really do think that Australia has the right idea with it being made mandatory. I really do. Now, I know you're going to get a lot of assholes in this, that, and the other, but it's just the pros outweigh the cons. They really do.
So fucking ridiculous. Oh, I'm just not going to vote.
I'd be desperately
Don't
honest,
really
I don't
like
vote. I don't
voting.
vote in this fucking country. I don't vote because the only people that's worthwhile voting for in this country is DUP or Sinn Féin. And that's a political vote. And as a Protestant voting for Sinn Féin, I lose my kneecaps. As a Protestant voting for DUP, I'm agreeing with Bible bashers and out the gays and all this here, and it's fucking stupid. I've
Oh,
nobody
man.
to vote for. I've nobody to represent me in this country. So I'll be honest, I do not vote. And you can say what you want, but the same results have come out this last 5, 6, 7 years. Every single time, it's the same percentage. Because we have a split government, and it must be either a Protestant in charge with a Catholic as a deputy or a Catholic in charge with a Protestant as a deputy. No matter who you vote for, Sinn Féin and DUP come out as the top two parties. And considering that the boss can't do anything with the deputy's vote, it means that both of them are in charge. It's a waste of fucking time. No matter who you vote for, you end up with the same two people in charge, the same two parties in charge, and they can't do anything without each other's agreement, and they don't agree.
So they don't do anything, is what you're trying to say.
Considering that we had no government for 3.5 years, Matthew, that's how well it went. Like, you think America freaked out? We had no government for 3.5 years in Northern Ireland. You know, they will not agree. And I'm on stupid, fucked up shit. And now I'm taking over the stream. So, climate science. Check out
Fuck the depressing bullshit. I'd rather talk about Trump than fucking climate science right now.
Northern Ireland's fucked up over here. Like, we just shoot people and bomb each other, you know?
That might
Because that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst of it is, Neil, there was a BBC video that has, or BBC, Northern Ireland BBC video that was brought out, and I cannot find it anywhere. It has been taken down from every single fucking platform. And it was to show from different points of view. I think it was like 15 minutes long, and it showed from the point of view of the tourist, the point of view of the person getting their knees done in, and the point of view of the mother of the person who was getting their knees done in. And they come to the door and they knock the door and let the mother know, you have to take your son to this area. And the reason they do that is when it's finished, they can take him to the hospital afterwards. And it showed this, and it's been taken down everywhere. But it really was, it was an amazing representation, because that's just what it is. It is what it is.
Sound like a bunch of or like the mafia.
Well, they used to just grab you and drag you out of the house and just shoot you and leave you there. But now they've got a little bit nicer, and they let your mother know so you can be touched the hospital.
Let's not talk Star Wars,
exactly the same thing, Amanda.
Holy
down there.
crap.
Yeah, no, Jess, unless you come in and talk about it, you know.
No, it's because he's pointing at me because I'm a big Star Wars fan and he's trying to change the.
I almost wore one of my Star Wars-y shirts here.
I have my TIE Fighters in, so I did do that.
Sweet. They make one now that my buddy just posted on my timeline on Facebook. Hard Rock Cafe Death Star, and it's got a picture of the Death Star with the Hard Rock Cafe around it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look pretty neat.
I have an idea, Neil. I wanted to run this
First time
by
for
you.
everything.
Damn.
I know.
Big meanie. He's just mad because I made a meme of him earlier about the electrical oil.
Hard Rock
Yeah, that's
Cafe Death Star.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Right? Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Do you watch Star Trek, Neil?
Be more
This
specific.
conversation is not going to end well. This is not
Any of them? Well, the reason why I asked,
I watch all of them actually, including the animated.
Well, the reason why I asked was I had this idea of taking like something similar to the Dark Side of the Moon Pink Floyd album cover, putting that Star Trek emblem in the middle and putting down below the Dork Side of the Moon. Would you wear something like that? The Dork Side of the Moon.
I have to say,
So
though,
we need
I
someone
wouldn't-
to replace Matthew.
If you're not
I'll-
going down the
I'll-
route of the Force, you have to go down the route of the
I'll
Force.
show myself out. I'm here all week, people.
Wise words from Duke. Thanks, Duke, by the way. It's kind of a drag being fat, but it's fucking awesome getting fat. Such are the conundrums of life. Ducalations 5-3.
That's golden.
Thanks, Dukey. Yeah, I thought you had to go, buddy.
Not when he's got gold like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's been watching Red take on Darth Dawkins. Red
Oh,
Venture.
why?
Because
That was a way of
for punishment.
Yeah, no, I jumped on for all of 20 minutes. His script was exactly the same. He screamed at James and called him a spineless jellyfish on his own channel. Did you not see that right there? Darth called James a spineless jellyfish, and James just went, "Ho ho ho, Darth! No, don't do that." Ho, ho, ho.
Because he's a spineless jellyfish.
Yeah. Oh no, he can't moderate. Like it's a modern day debate. It's not modern day. Give me PayPal. I'm sorry, James. I love you, but
There you
Yeah.
go.
Darth will never come back on my channel again because I moderated him too much. I
Is
don't
there-
think I moderated him too much. I just moderated him.
The guys in my my side chat banned him, every form of him. So he was sending in
I
all.
can
more,
struggle
you know
with
there'll be
that
more
on
socks.
Maverick.
He popped into my chat the other day, Neil, and he was all blah 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 Christ blah 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 Jesus blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah, so I fucking timed it out and got pissed
Right.
at me
She
about it.
fucking mama timed him out, so I shouted at her. I was like, "Don't fucking do that! Don't fucking time him out!" Right? So I waited till he came back, and I went, "Right, Darth, if you want to go blah 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 Jesus, I'll give you another moderation debate. I'll find someone to talk to you." Does not want to do it. Did not want to come on. Refused having an entire episode dedicated to him. Wanted to spout shit in the chat. So I went, right, everybody, fucking ban him. He was given the opportunity. No, but you didn't give him the opportunity. That's the thing.
Oh,
You
come
have to give him- Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. If you want to spout your shit, Math Pig will host any fucking asshole. Come on, and I'll tell you you're wrong. You'll get an entire show. But if you want to turn that down and spout shit in the fucking chat, ban. Gone. Get out the fuck. That's
I'll be in there going blah 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 42 blah 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 blah. Thanks for all the fish blah 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 blah.
my favorite part was the questions and answers when he was debating Randolph. And there was one question. I asked it to Randolph. I asked it to Darth. I then asked it to Randolph. Then Darth went off on a fucking rant about how he disagreed with Randolph. I muted him and went, one question at a time, Darth. And then when I brought him back on again, he was still ranting about the first question. I just
He was
muted him.
still talking.
Still talking, hadn't even noticed he'd been muted, and I was like, look, I was going to say nice things about you, but seeing as you're ranting, bye-bye. Called me the worst moderator ever and will not come back.
I think Jess is onto something here, Matt Pig. Needs to be a shirt. Blah 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 Jesus blah 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 Christ.
We'll get that on a t-shirt tomorrow. Yeah, Math Pig.
There's a thing about insulting people on their own channels. It's
Who, Darth?
disturbing. Oh yeah.
Why
He'll-
don't you give a shit?
like he insulted Math Pig like right there on his channel when Randolph was on with him.
3 minutes.
And it just called James a spineless jellyfish on his own channel.
I'm not going to joke you, IQ. This was my reaction, right? I'll even switch the fucking camera on so you can see my reaction, right? This is whatever. Whenever he said that, I was like this, right? I was like, and then I stopped him and just waited for all of 2 minutes until he did it again. And then I was like, hey, mute. This is my fucking channel, dickhead. My fucking channel. Oh. So funny.
See, kids, it's always worth it to have an Irishman in your chat.
Oh.
I love listening to Irishmen and the English. They're awesome.
Oh, and Aussies.
Oh yeah, and awesome.
Don't forget about Jen.
Surround myself with all
In
of them.
saying that, all
I'm
us
sorry,
Irish
Jen.
we all
I'm
hit
sorry,
them.
Jen.
No, we all hit
No problems. Ignore me.
Nah, Australians suck.
Oh
We're
wait,
not
who was that?
Susan, we don't listen to you.
Only when given the opportunity.
Oh,
Who was that said that Aussies don't exist? Was that
Everybody, pretty much.
no,
I have Australian friends, and I still tell them they don't exist. So
I thought it was Sassy when she was an atheist.
here
I
we
thought
go.
she'd come on.
Nope.
Hello,
Nope.
David.
Hey, Dave.
You goddamn white supremacists. Get out of my chat, you
Fucking socialist.
And Jassy, you got to be in my after parties for a fucking change, man. You never come into these things.
Joss is very good. Joss is a great
Yeah.
lad.
Yeah.
Joss
I've
is
watched
him
very good.
in
Joss
other
gives me
people's
money,
stuff,
so I
but-
have to say that.
Apparently, I'm not
Oh.
good enough if he doesn't want to come in.
Oh. I'll be willing to duck out if he wants to come on.
I don't know. Apparently, I don't measure up.
He's at work. He's at work. He's actually at work.
Well, we don't know, Neil, because we haven't seen pictures.
Oh, I'm sorry.
nope. Well,
I mean, we
Get in your pants, Neil.
this Jen hasn't. There's another Jen who might have.
No, she hasn't either. Oh, no. Actually, there's a few that have, just none that you know about.
None that I know about. See, I told you we're everywhere. Jens are fucking everywhere.
And I think you guys all talk to each other, so you may have heard.
You just
Aren't,
don't know. We are a
aren't-
collective hive mind, remember?
Are Jens like Karens, like the Ask the Manager?
No, we're more like Borgs. We're a hive mind.
I just find
like
it
to
funny
speak-
if you go back far enough that most Australians are English prisoners and we all have an Irish attitude. Does that just mean that the English hate the Irish? Oh, but
I think if you go back enough for people who've been here long enough, most of us either have Scottish or Irish heritage.
she's are all assholes.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just Dutch and Irish, so
I've
all
got
assholes.
English and French
You're
heritage,
all
so
assholes.
that's even fucking worse. How the hell did I end up with both of those, considering how much the English hate the fucking French?
I'm unworthy. Hey,
What
David.
was it? Was it an angry fuck at some point or something?
Yeah, it was a angry fuck. That's what I was thinking. Damn you!
Hey, those can be good.
Or, I think we refer to them in the States as grudge fucks. I'm in a grudge grudge fucks.
Grudge fucks, yeah.
How did Jen's family come about? It was a grudge fuck.
Funny story, my mother and father met because my ma was beating the shit out of someone and my dad went over to see what the ruckus was about. My ma won the fight, so my dad asked her out.
Explains so very
That's
much.
survival of the fittest. Evolution in action.
I have a smidge of Irish blood, but it's mostly English, Welsh, and then French and
It
Italian.
mostly just didn't wash out. Is that right?
Yeah, it didn't come out in the wash, I guess.
Too many
He's
potatoes.
not even really Irish. He's fucking Scottish. So
Well, I'm Ulster Scot, yeah.
Yeah, but I
can't name
mean,
them all in the same breath.
sorry.
No, you're right in saying that I am Scottish. Like my mother's line is Scottish and my father's line is Scottish, and my mother's line is actually Scott, S-C-O-T-T. We are from the original line of Scots. It's only 7 generations out of Scotland, and there's probably no Irish blood in me whatsoever, except for the fact that I grew up in the Troubles. But I'm a Protestant Irish, Protestant atheist. No, I'm just saying I'm a Protestant atheist over a Catholic atheist. That's the.
I mean, how far distant is the? I mean, because they're both Celts, right? The Irish and Scottish is both Celts, isn't it?
Yeah, they do have origins. Well, I'd say most of the Welsh probably have more Celt in them than most of the other.
It's still all interrelated if you go back enough generations. So,
well, we all are if you go far enough back.
I could probably tell you.
Too many to anyone care.
I could ask my granny and find out the address of her cousin who moved from Scotland to England or Ireland, and she would know that. But the Celtic language and all that, it doesn't matter. As I say, when we grew up over here, it just was cultural. It's where they came from. Obviously, old people remember more because their brains didn't have the internet. They actually had to make the effort to remember. They couldn't just take a picture with their smartphone. So their memories are
not wrong.
No, swear to fuck. When I was doing a family tree after we had Elena, and because her mother's line comes from down south, and I come from Ulster, Scotland, we wanted to have I wanted to have a family tree showing that she is a mongrel, basically, that she comes from both sides, and we don't give a fuck. And I asked my granny, and in the space of an hour, she rung up 7 generations back, 4 different addresses. She's fucking 82. Wow. And funny story, she didn't even know that fucking Lot got raped by his 2 daughters. The story ended after the Pillar of Salt. She can't remember that, but she can remember where somebody fucking moved in Scotland. But
man,
I'm rambling. I apologize.
That's all right.
Don't apologize. Ramble. It's fun.
We enjoy listening to you.
Well, my wine comes as basically a third caffeine, so it's Mom will appreciate this. The local off license, the people who make it have closed down. They ran out of big bottles today. There is no Buckfast left in big bottles in my local off license.
Looks like Geo Sam did a Sons of Atheism design. I actually have one. I just wanted it altered slightly so I don't get fucking in trouble.
Have you thought about saving the bottles and bringing them back there so they can use them over again? Because I'm sure you have them all, Math Pig.
What's that? I was looking for the fucking logo that Geo Sam posted. Can you share screen, Neil, to try and show you? That's what I was
doing. Yeah, because I haven't seen it. So
yeah, that's what I was trying to do. So stop picking on me. What were you saying?
No, like you said that they're out of big bottles now. The ones that, because you've bought them all, save them and bring them back so they can clean them and reuse them, and they'll still have big bottles.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, it's the fact that they're not making the liquid that goes in it anymore.
Oh, well, that's a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah. That's cool, Neil.
Yeah, interesting.
Hmm.
Hang on here. Oh, wait, it's on my phone. It's not in here.
Neil, you're on my Discord. You can just go and download that. It's sitting in general.
Well, were you going to show them the meme I made you earlier, Neil?
No.
Damn, it's not even fit for one of Neil's after parties. I gotta see this.
Oh, no, it's not that. I'm looking for something else at the moment.
Well, seeing as we're doing this, and I've got my screen already sitting there. Hold on 1 second. Oh, no, shush. Don't be like that. Do you want to see something absolutely amazing?
Sure.
Diddling. Right, add my screen there, Neil, when you get a chance. We went to the river today and we built like a little pool for her to splash stones in.
Oh, cool.
That is cool.
It's very cute. You can all fuck off. I just think she's class.
This is kind of what...
Would you... Oh. He's 16 as of last week.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's only after coming out of the river. He ran through the river, but he turned 16 last Sunday.
Cool.
Right, that's all.
Dog.
Enough about me.
This is what I was talking about. Like, it's almost a knockoff of the patch on their backs. Right? The Reaper thing, and he's holding the crystal ball that's got the Atheist A in it.
Well, I think that if you're going to do something, in order to get past the copyright shit, you got to just put the Atheist A in the middle instead. Have the top and bottom rocker, but just put the Atheist A in there instead of
That's what that is.
Do you see the Atheist Day? If you look at the T-shirt now that Momma has, there's a free font that we are using for the T-shirt that Momma has, and the A in it is nearly the exact same as the Atheist A, and we're using it for the T-shirt because it's non-copyright. Now, I'm not saying go to my merch store and go and look, but that's where the font is.
You keep saying the T-shirt that I have.
Yeah, did it arrive yet? No.
No, I bet no. But
No.
I mean, it's on your.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll send you that font, Neil. If you quickly looked at it, it looks like the Atheist A, but it's not, and you can get away with copyright on it. I'll send it to Gio as well.
Okay. Sure. We got Jassa hanging out. So.
You're right, Math Pig. That's not your job to, say, about your merch and all that. That's my job, is to go to Math Pig's merch store, look at that Atheist A, and then while you're there, buy some shit because he's got merch.
What happened to Math Pig?
And you should buy stuff.
You kicked him apparently. That's what
Did I?
Yes.
No, he hit the wrong button.
Yeah,
And I got kicked. That's what he said to me. So.
Shit! If I did, I didn't mean to. It was completely accidental. Hang on a second, Jessa. All right, so now I got someone else wanting in here too. So,
do you need me to duck
Okay,
out?
Neil. No, that's fine. I know how you feel. That's fine, Neil. That's fine.
no, I didn't do it intentionally, Matt.
Neil, do you need me to duck out?
If you're willing to, sure. Then I can bring someone up.
I'll duck out. Hey, it's been great chatting with y'all.
Yes.
Y'all have
See
a
you,
good
Matthew.
Matthew.
Okay.
Randall Matthew. It was
Hi,
nice
Randall.
meeting you, Randall Matthew.
Peace.
Neil, you need to understand that you're nice, but Math Pig is the last person that is allowed to get salty from being kicked from a stream.
That's what he's known for. That's what he does. Hey, Neil. Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
I never kicked
Hey,
from the
Jessa.
room. I just slip into my back room.
That doesn't sound right.
I wasn't even going to go there. I was trying to be the gentleman, and I was outweighed.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's all right.
Like,
Chelsea,
yeah.
it's okay. He likes you more than he likes me. It's fine. It's fine.
Huh? Matt, I like everyone more than I like.
That's because Canadians have a penchant for bacon.
And then he
thanks,
bumps his
Johnny.
up. He's like, "Fuck you, Neil." No.
Fuck you guys.
Sorry, you're not going anywhere. Unless I accidentally kick you out again.
Oh no. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
I booted the picture that you put it in there.
Yes, I've
And I
noticed
guess
that as well.
that.
Yes,
that
no, you
took
have
you
to
out.
ask the person to delete it.
Oh,
And there went the baby with the bathwater.
It's purely bad timing when that happens.
Just happens. Nobody knows.
Like you,
What happened.
I'm not quite sure where everybody thinks that I sound like you or vice versa or whatnot.
No, that was totally my fault. I thought it, and then I brought it up, and then nobody agreed with me. So I've just dropped it.
That's right. Oh no! Right now, just IQ. Say 1, 2, 3 ABC, and then Jassa say the same.
1, 2, 3, ABC.
1, 2, 3, ABC.
It's fucking close. If IQ's volume wasn't as loud, it's fucking close.
But it's not fair because
I heard it.
I'm good at mimicking people, so that's probably not fair.
Well, that was the whole lead. You ruined the lead. I'm trying to manipulate everyone here. Push.
Like
Trying to
it
get
wasn't
right.
everything he said, but I heard certain things that he was saying. And I was like, God damn, that sounds a lot like me.
Oh yeah, and on one of your interviews, I listened to it, and I'm like, shit, he's right.
I know, because you came to me with that too, IQ, and I was like,
Yeah, and then you popped in the chat. You're like, no, close, but no.
no.
Close, but no banana lad.
That's right. Banana Lad, is that a new member of the Justice League?
Yep.
He used to be Ray Comfort's sidekick.
There is a Banana Man.
Is there? I know there's.
Yeah. There's a British cartoon called Banana Man. It was done by the Goodies. Like,
And Eric eats a banana. Eric
Of
was
course,
fantastic.
it's
Yeah,
British.
when
yes,
Eric-
an amazing transformation happens. That one.
Yeah, when Eric eats
Tim
a
Brooke
banana.
Taylor did the voiceovers for it. Tim Brooke Taylor, who died just from coronavirus on the week. This weekend, was it? Yeah, or the weekend. Yeah, I think it was this weekend. Just gone.
Not sure.
So,
They
yeah.
brought Banana Man back. The 90s version was the best.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
Just type in-
they did another version of it, did they, Matthew? I only remember the.
Neil.
Didn't hear anybody because Manda and Jen were talking over each other.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh. I was just saying to Neil, I don't think they brought it here to North America. So,
That's probably why.
yeah, I never knew of it either until the Australians showed it to me. So,
Ray Comfort.
Well, I showed it to Amanda because we were thinking of getting it revoiced over to do something about Ray Comfort.
See, that could be quite
that would
funny.
be hilarious.
If anybody,
That-
if anybody's a Dragon Ball Z fan, there's Dragon Ball Z abridged by Team 4-Star.
Yes.
And they have, Neil, how good is that? Like,
It's funny.
they have just made the whole thing adult version. You know, in the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, he crash lands and he's like, what about my vegetable farm? And he crash lands in the Dragon Ball Z abridged. And he's like, I'm an American. I'm getting my gun. Oh, shit, my weed farm. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, great. They did that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yeah, they did it with loads of stuff. But,
Yeah.
You know, after World War II, the Japanese finally found out how they could get back to back to the United States, and that was one of them. It's like, we're going to hold some of these awesome animes and wait for them to finally wait for dubs and subs, because fuck you guys, we're going to get you back. And that's exactly what they did. There's still some freaking awesome video games that are stuck in Japan that won't come this way.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, fuck, I've been watching anime since I was little too, right? Because they had them even when I was just a kid. They had Robotech and Star Blazers, and fucking, of course, the very first one.
Oh, I remember Star Blazers
Yeah, the very first one that
With-
ever
with
hit
the
American shores
submarine
was Astro Boy.
in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Akira came out and folks lost their shit.
oh,
Oh,
man.
Everyone remembers Kimber.
How
Who?
can you not lose
Not
your shit?
Kimba, Akira.
Akira.
No.
Akira. Say it right now. It's Akira.
Yeah, I know Akira's Akira, but Kimber the White Lion.
Oh yeah, the one that Disney copied.
The
Like
one
Lion
that
King.
Disney ripped off, yes.
Fuck Disney, but okay.
Disney.
And Astro Boy. Astro Boy's really old.
Yeah, it's the first one that ever hit American shores in the 50s.
Do you know what I really do like from the old movies? And I quite recently watched the Valina, The Last
I think-
Starfighter.
Okay, see, now I was going to say old is relative, because to me that's not that old.
Okay.
Old to me is Gone with the Wind. But
Oh, I love the last part.
Nosferatu came out when Neil was a teenager.
no, no, I was in my 20s for fuck's sakes.
God darn. Now, Neil remembers running up to Charlie Chaplin and asked for an autograph. So
Exactly.
Are you sure it was
That
the right
movie is so old, Math Pig, that I remember coding a shoot 'em up game based on it for the BBC Micro.
Now you're just showing your own age, Jen, because that makes me feel.
Yeah,
really
I'm
young.
ancient.
I'm not even going to get into the whole computer thing of when I got started. We were still using punch cards, for fuck's sakes.
I
God
know.
damn.
You're not that old, Neil.
There's very few movies
yeah.
I would go to the cinema to watch.
In grade 8, we were using punch cards in computers.
You're not that many years older than me, Neil.
I'm 53.
I know, that's still not many years older than me.
Oh, that's a lot of
You're
fingers
only
and toes.
6 years older than me.
Jassa works in computers and stuff, and I know Neil's of the age and all, but I do actually remember proper 3.5-inch floppies, like floppy disks.
You mean
You know,
5 1/4?
Me too. I still got a box.
Yeah.
Not even a quarter.
Five and a quarter.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've actually
remember
still
85
got.
5 1/4 the
floppies.
big ones, and the 3.5-inch floppies with the metal slides.
That wouldn't even hold one porn picture that you tried to download off your school network. Wouldn't even hold one.
That took a day to load.
Do you,
Yeah,
it was
do you
300
remember
baud modem.
hard drives, Neil?
Huh?
Where you had the big spindles of drives and you'd undo them from the top? And
Yeah.
I remember them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the first hard drive was 5 megabytes and it weighed like 2 tons. So yeah.
Was it?
I thought it was 2 megabytes.
Well, the first commercially used from IBM, 2 megabytes. It was
like
used by the government. First commercially used, they were loading those bitches on aircraft.
Yeah, everybody's seen the meme where they take a terabyte drive and load it onto the back of a truck in black and white sort of pictures, and then you've got a terabyte drive in your hand. Like.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about drive platters that were the size of car tires, and they were in cartridges, and you bolted them into the unit, and then it loaded them. So, I mean, they were more like
at any.
They
at
were
any
only
point,
hard because the platens themselves were hard. They were basically floppy drives.
Well, at any point in time, if I feel like going back to DOS 5.0 and Windows 3.1, I've still got the 3 1/4 or 5 1/4 floppies to load on my computer.
Yeah, so
I still do.
in the attic up the stairs, I have a Windows 95 still in its original box that I found stuffed at one of the back drawers at work that was just lying there, still wrapped up, never used. Windows 95 Office Edition up the stairs in the attic. It's going to be worth millions.
If we're going to start going retro, I've got a Commodore 64 sitting on the shelf up there.
That was my
way.
very first computer. You used to put on,
Have you seen it, Neil? Sure, I got it down when I was on
okay.
My first computer was an Atari 1040 ST.
Atari Commodore 64, whatever it was. You used to put on Road Rage, then you would hit
That is fucking glorious.
Then you would hit play on the tape cassette and go make yourself a sandwich, and then come back after eating it.
You could make a damn baked potato and it'd finally be loaded
Look
up.
at that. That's insane.
Hope people replace
And all of that
capacitors.
fits in this right now.
Yeah.
I'm saying that
Oh, yeah,
something-
you can run this in your phone.
There's a friend of mine that actually rebuilds old school valve amps.
What's up, Naka? Well, you
There's a friend of mine that's very big into his guitars and stuff, and he actually rebuilds old valve amps.
Oh yeah. My drummer does that. My drummer built a record player from scratch.
He's well, I haven't spoke to him in a wee while now, maybe about 6 months or so. But the last time I was talking to him in his hall, he had a 1964 Jim Morrison amp that he was rebuilding.
Cool.
Amanda's just sitting back going, fucking nerds. You didn't have to. Those eye rolls, you're like, oh my God. And then just kind of slump down in her chair.
Noise.
I have no idea what they're
playing
saying.
with it. Like all the fucking noise is too
Well,
much.
like, damn it. Sorry.
Well,
I
Neil,
was gonna-
Neil you have a Neil the 604.
You know, the big external. I can't find it. It's probably under my bed somewhere.
What were you gonna say, IQ?
You have a Neil the 604 Banana Man in your DMs now.
What?
Where the hell did that come from? Needs to go back.
We were talking about Banana Man for a minute there.
No, I'm talking about where did that fella come from? Like, where did he go from? Neil, you have got to be masked up on freaking lives as many coins as you keep collecting.
I know. It's what powers my phone.
Freaking awesome. I need that app.
No, it's just that I just use the sound effect.
My sound effect for messages is the original Star Trek communicator.
Oh, pig. I love you, man.
It annoys so many people.
But it gets your attention. Actually, mine is mine's the hail whistle, you know, and that one's actually obnoxiously loud because I'm half deaf in my left ear. So that way I know I heard you.
Yeah, I used to have that. People got very angry.
I'll also use the item found sound from Legend of Zelda. Do-do-do-do. So, see, I see your face, nerd. Yeah, see, I was just, damn it.
What?
People think that I will, go with all this Star Trek stuff, whatever, because I'm a Star Wars fan.
Bite your
I
tongue.
know dick about Star Trek. Like literally.
Of course you don't, because you haven't been shown properly.
Did you get that one, Neil? Eric was on Critical Questions the other day and mentioned something about blacksmithing. So I made that for a Critical Questions thumbnail.
I can't get over this. Just Angie's house, the video.
I know.
Oh, it's dreadful, isn't it?
That's terrible.
Yeah, as I said in the chat, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but I've worked in property insurance before, and unless they have a special caveat, yeah, that's unless it came from a named storm, those aren't covered. Alabama has done the same thing after was it 2000 and was it 2011? I think somewhere around. It's one of those years. And after Birmingham got tore up from all those tornadoes, many insurance companies stopped carrying insurance for them because it was too expensive for them. So yeah, anything anybody can do to help.
Yeah, definitely. The PayPal link's out there. If anyone has it. Oh, I have it saved here. Hold on. I'll put it in the chat again.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and donate, people. If you can afford to, remember that. If you can afford to, throw a few bucks Angie's way. As soon as the link was up, I've done it, and I'm pretty sure everyone else here who has done it. You know, help her out.
I mean,
Because regardless of whether she gets any insurance money or not, it's not gonna sort everything for her.
No.
well, if every one of Neil's subscribers, that'd be over $1,000 just for $1 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't realize that there's power in numbers. When yes, it's like, oh, I can only do $1. Well, yeah, you can do $1. They can do $1. They can do $1.
Well, I'm throwing this much at her right now because I can afford to do that. So
Yeah. I threw $10 because that's what I can afford. So, just help. If you can help.
Mathvik's the one that's over there with all the money. Don't let him fool you.
What?
Yep, see? He's acting all innocent now.
What? I have money?
He spent it
He's
all
got-
on booze.
No, he spent it all on that adorable little rock creek that he made for his daughter. That was too cute.
Oh, no, I just walked out. That was free, man. We've been working on that for this last 3 days. Well, 2 days this week
Thank
and
you,
1 day
Seraphim.
last week.
Thanks, Seraphim.
Rock on.
all right, there we go. Okay, I'm done. I had a little money left in my PayPal too, so.
I'm definitely going to have to save that one because someone decided it would be funny in Australia, and I know it's none of the Aussies we have. I've already done some looking up. Somebody decided to steal my card information.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
One in Melbourne and one in Sydney. But my bank caught them both and prevented them. Unfortunately, now I have to get a new card. Bastards. Someone was probably using a Tor browser through them because they were both, and I'm not against it. If you want to wear female jeans and you're not feminine, by all means, I don't care. But I personally don't have any reason to buy women's jeans.
So you say.
Well, so far, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Well, so far. That's why I never say never, only to say that I never say never.
I currently have no need for women's jeans.
Now, women's jeans and women's underwear, are they both exclusive or do you draw the line somewhere?
Women's underwear I just wear on my head, so it doesn't matter.
Now that's where the bra goes.
Oh, weird science.
Funny you should say that, Jasper, because I've actually done that on a stream.
Oh, bugger.
Why was I not there, Jen?
It was hilarious. So sitting here I was in a stream doing something, and Dave was in the stream, and he goes, "Jen, is that your bra behind you?" Sitting up here on top of the TARDIS.
I may or may not have one point in time been dared to assist in a panty raid in the officers' quarters and have worn a rather bountiful bra upon my skull with a cape and run around as, secret squirrel. So Yeah, that one.
Damn, if I was there, I would have played Morocco Mole. So
I got in a little bit of trouble for that one, but it was worth it.
And it's always great when stories like that start off with a "I may or may not have." Love it.
Well, I can neither confirm nor deny for the sake of any legal account. Okay, man, come on. I was a military
Amanda?
intel. I technically don't exist.
What?
I just asked Chris if we can use 6-pack to support Angie.
Okay.
Oh yeah, any stream that goes out right now should be posting that link
Yeah.
and try and raise some money for her. Even a few $1,000 would totally help them out right now. It could cover some of the costs for staying at hotels until. I'm sure her insurance will help to some degree.
I'm sure she's staying with family actually, but
okay, but
so
doesn't
at least
matter.
she's got that. But I mean, did I have enough space? Are they going to have to rent a caravan to put on the family's properties and stuff like that so she can stay? I don't know. I mean, we haven't got all the details out of Angie yet. I mean, she's still in shock. So
yeah, it'll take a couple of days, and she'll probably have things figured out by then. But
yeah.
Her for you guys in the chat, her home was taken out by a tornado. It's amazing because you watch the video that she took, and there's a couple of houses that were destroyed, and then across the street there was ones that were untouched, which is usually the case. And it picks and chooses whatever fucking house it seems to be hungry for, and hers was on the menu today. So
yeah, absolutely terrifying for her and the family, and devastating.
Oh, by the way,
emotionally as well as physically devastating. So
no.
But I mean, Angie's lovely.
Just within this month, as a matter of fact, and we're under a tornado watch tomorrow. And it's not common for this area. It hadn't been for decades. We're going to have a possible third tornado this month in my town.
If we can get them up here in Canada, they can happen anywhere.
Yeah, that's going to continue to happen though. That's part of
climate change. Yep,
climate change, man.
Yeah.
They had one in Colorado, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, it's all about
these extreme weather conditions are going to keep happening, and we're just going to have to get used to them because we are the reason this has happened.
Yep.
It's almost as if Amanda and the other scientists know what the fuck they were talking about.
Oh, I don't. So, no, I do. But there's only so
of course
much,
you do.
There's only so much that you can say to people to convince them to fucking give a shit. Because if they
when their eyes.
If they don't, they won't. There's literally nothing you can say, especially the climate change deniers. They won't fucking. I have them in my family, and they won't fucking listen to the person with a degree in it. So
usually you'll have an issue with their eyes just kind of glazing over, and it's like, yeah, I lost you. Shit.
Oh no, it's not with the climate change deniers. They don't glaze over. They fucking pounce at everything you say, like everything. The stupidest fucking bullshit that doesn't even make any sense. So
I'm not surrounded by, well, you know where I live at. I live in Alabama, so I'm not surrounded by necessarily deniers. I'm surrounded by Trump supporters and idiots.
yeah,
And I try not to ever assume that someone's uneducated, but a lot of the people around here are extremely uneducated. My 10th grade teacher told us that evolution was only a theory, and it wasn't going to be on the weekend's test, and it wasn't going to be on the final exam. So all those people that decided to go from biology to human anatomy were already behind. And if they decided to go to college for it, they were fine. And some of the students are like, oh yeah, that's fine. You know, we're Christian. And we're just like, and I'm sitting there just kind of befuddled because my family wasn't necessarily New Earth, creations. We were, Mom understood that there might have been something that happened millions and billions of years ago. So, she's like, yes, there's a possibility that evolution's real, but she never said it was
a possibility.
Right. She wasn't a scientist.
You can fill the plate up with evidence and it's still just a possibility.
At least she didn't say it wasn't a fact. Okay. Or at least she didn't say it's only a theory. She at least gave me that. But we are talking about the same woman that banned Pokemon from the house because it had evolution in it. So
why haven't you been on my show yet?
I am like ask Math Pig. I don't exist.
Yeah, he's
Are you
testing
booked out for Christmas, Neil?
Yeah, the military in America is testing out Matrix. He is the first attempt of simulating a human being. He's going to be the new agents. But we're not telling anyone. It's all a secret. Please edit this out of all your future videos.
The funny thing is, like what Autobot Starscream says here, did your teacher test you on coming from a rock? Which is a lot of what the creation, like Hovind especially, and that's why we got the name Rocky.
Actually, yes.
What they
Yes.
don't
I
understand
did
is
say
rocks.
something about how it was a possibility that the amino acids that came to be came from rocks.
Well, there are
No.
minerals that are necessary that are within rocks that were mixed with all the other chemicals for abiogenesis to happen.
Yeah,
Probably by a thermal vent, most likely.
Yeah, you see a lot of things as well with the thermal vents. They create crystalline structures, something similar to a beehive base, which creates an outer
Which is
shell.
organic
Well,
chemistry.
the outer shell may not, but they jump off that, and it's just, oh man, I know a guy that says he can't get over the fact that people came from pond scum, and he went to the abortion.
Not what it is.
Oh, he went to the new abortion clinic in Belfast and protested and all the rest of it. And
Isn't it
Those fuckers
strange
piss me
that
off.
the same people that want to say that they're special are the same people that say that they're absolutely nothing because of God? They're dirt. They're lower than they self-depreciate themselves so much, but they want to say, look, here we are. Something happened. Obviously, we're here. Well, maybe not me, but we're here. So when we actually have evidence to show it, why is it so contrary? But then again, who said that?
See, people's brains don't understand mathematics and numbers the way it should. They don't understand exponential rates. They don't understand probabilities. Like you drive through your local town and you hit every green light, say 5 in a row. The fucking odds of that happening in your mind is insane. But if you take into consideration, I know a guy that actually plans the traffic lights, and he said to me, if you stick to the speed limit when one goes green and stick to the other, you'll not be waiting more than 10 seconds if waiting at all. And you see, from learning that, the odds just dropped in my, because if you stick to the speed limit, you will not get caught by the red lights.
That's right.
And people.
But who does that, right? Who sticks to that?
Yeah, it doesn't work. Man.
I try, but my foot goes,
Yeah.
And it gets like 10 times heavier than normal, and that's it.
Man,
your foot goes.
Yeah, I've been caught speeding every single year from 2014 except for last year. And the reason being because in 2018, I got caught speeding one more time that isn't actually illegally allowed, and I would have lost my license. And my friend was like, I'll go and do the test for you, Rob. I was a good man, thank you.
I've been caught speeding lots of times, only ever been ticketed once. Most of the time I just bat my eyes and do this with my hair, and
that works. I've been pulled over.
You push your pecs together, it's like, hello, officer.
Little low cut.
And I didn't figure you actually drove with a shirt on, period. So,
well, just don't tell everyone, okay? Jeez.
Funny story, Neil. My car is actually jet black with blacked out windows, and the license plate is 666.
Beautiful.
And that's not a spectacle.
No, it's great. It starts good conversation.
Look, just pull him over. Just get him.
Well, I was doing 120 and I got pulled over. She's leaving now because I've mentioned this, but I was doing about 120 and I got pulled over by the cops in the new version of my car, and we laughed about that.
New version?
Well, it didn't have the license plate, but it's the newer version of what I drive, also in jet black, and we laughed about it and had a joke, and he did me a ticket for 75. So yes,
see, the previous one wasn't canon, so he had to come up with a new one for the comic book. So he's Pigman.
The point I'm making is, if you're nice with the policeman, as Neil says, if you have a bit of crack with them, don't be an asshole. They're generally nice to you.
A bit of crack. It's illegal still here.
No,
well, that's one of your expressions over there in Ireland.
It's a totally different thing.
Okay. Is it the same as Lucky Charms? No, I'm just kidding.
Get away from me, Lucky Charms.
One way or another, I got to get him to say that every fucking stream I'm in with him.
Oh, yeah, you always slip it in, Neil. But that's
Matt Big, in Alabama, we can't have tent. Wow. What is it, lower than 32%?
Do you have to talk about Lucky Charms, Matt Pig? I'm angry now.
Did you not see the picture on Twitter about 2 weeks ago, Neil, of a picture of me with my Lucky Charms? No.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, it was beautiful. I think I laughed for a good solid 5 minutes. 'Cause I could just hear him
impressive.
say it.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the picture.
Every time I looked down, I'd start laughing and I couldn't breathe. So I was like, "Yep, that's this." Yep. And he did that shit on purpose. Of course.
Yeah,
he
I
did.
totally did it on purpose.
Holy
Where's-
shit! Jackson Wheat dropping some truth bombs in the skeptic YouTube chat that I'm in. Some fish changed their gender during their lives.
Oh, you can't see that at all because the brightness is too big.
Flowers can have both at the same time. He's just all over the place with this. Ooh.
Sounds like he's going through his little fact day calendar.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you've seen his new book, right? That he wrote with Downard, James Downard.
Oh, seen it, haven't read it.
Yeah, it's Diana. I tried to order it, but they don't deliver here. So Diana, or also known as the Lavender Lady, is going to send me. She'll buy 2 copies and send me one, and then I'll give her some cash. But it's called when a creationist says to you, "Well, how do you know the Earth is that old? Were you there?" And the title of the book answers that question. Well, the rocks were there. So that's the answer to that question.
I want to look at him and say, you know, you asked me if I was there. How the hell do you know that Adam and Eve were there? You know.
Yeah, that's what I said. I asked them the same question. I thought, well, Adam and Eve, yeah, were you there?
But Neil,
By definition, they were not there because they were supposedly the only 2 people.
Allegedly. Yet there's this place called Nod or something that happened to be where Lilith went, but I don't know. Anyway.
But Neil, I think my favorite young Earth creationist conspiracy would be that fossils were placed by Satan to confuse us.
No, fuck yeah. Devil put the
No,
dinosaur.
no. That was Jesus and God that put them there to confuse us.
By the way.
It was God that put them there to confuse us, Jessa.
I have heard
faith.
just about. I have heard. Yes, that's it. I have heard just about every conspiracy conceived of in this small town of 12,000 people.
Alien overlords. Sorry,
I've heard that one too. I'm telling you, there is. I've yet to hear a new one. It's like, how can people be so? And then I remember school, and it's like, never mind.
Oh yeah, right.
To give you an idea, we had 320 people in my senior class. 147 of us graduated.
Wow.
Yeah, not very good odds.
All right.
And yes,
Jeff,
I was one of those.
right. All right, folks in the chat, you're going to watch something live, I think, for the first time ever.
Awesome.
That's going to be clear
Neil,
that up.
put it away. Put it away, Neil. Is this
I'm
safe
about to say, it
for
isn't
kids?
one of your porn vids, is it?
Is this safe for kids? Can you
We
check?
already had the recruiter's crotch shut the other day, Neil. So
But yes,
Don't
well,
forget
it's
to
different
sub to Neil's. Don't forget to sub to Neil's
Hey,
greatest hair.
I
porn
said you're welcome.
site, okay?
I mean, it wasn't unpleasant, but still.
I'll take that as a compliment. All right. So, Jesse, you got to come on my show. I've made that
I'm sorry.
decision. He's like, oh, okay, just don't beat me up.
We normally ask, do you have a deconversion story? But I think we've covered that up to this point.
Well, we at least we know that there's something there that we can.
Oh yes, there is definitely quite a
stick
bit.
a crowbar in and pry open a little more.
I'll give you an idea. I was raised Pentecostal. So,
Oh, geez. Oh, this should be good.
yeah, it's interesting.
All right, cool. Well, the earliest day I have available right now, because somebody actually dropped out, is May 27th, which is a Wednesday. Then I have Monday, June 1st, Wednesday, June 3rd, Monday, June 8th, Wednesday, June 10th, and Monday, June 15th currently. And they're all 4 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to actually make more June entries now. And Saturdays, I usually go at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
You will definitely have to grab me on a Saturday. I work during the week.
All right, but what time zone are you in?
Central.
Oh, so you're Central, so you're 2 hours ahead of me.
That's
so that
correct.
would be 6 p.m. your time.
Yes.
Is that, and that's too early?
I work second shift.
Oh, so
work
you
from,
to like
right.
11
I
or
work
something?
from 3 p.m. to 11:45. Right.
Gotcha. Okay, so but you're off on Saturdays?
I am.
Okay. Then it looks like I will have to schedule you. Whoops, no, that's the wrong page. Nope, Neil, that's your Leafly app. That's about weed. Get away from that.
As long as you're sharing.
Oh, of course, buddy. I got my Yeti Pop Top right here, and inside the Yeti Pop Top, all kinds of treats, including my very last, until I go downstairs later and grab more, gummy worm that's 100 milligram. I ate one the other day when I was on with Jez Little Corner here, and you were with me. You know, when we finally quit at like 2:30 in the morning for me.
Oh, that was so late.
I know, but it was a great stream, but I was fucking baked. It kicked in big time at that point. I was just sitting there going, I'm going to die.
Kind of like sake, right?
Oh my God, I'm going to die.
Jen was
Kinda like
off
good.
her face.
That sounds like really good sake. Sake will sneak up on you. You sit there and
Sake,
throw
I
about
love
three.
sake.
You'll sit there
awesome.
three or four back, and then you stand up and like, oh shit, nope, I'm sitting back down.
I think I was the only one in that after party who wasn't either drunk or stoned.
I've been stoned
Not this one, that
the whole night.
Probably.
No, this is a good after party too. I'm just saying it was a nuts after party.
No.
Well, I will give you fair warning, Neil. If you do get a little too much whiskey in me, the southern accent gets very thick,
So
and not
fucking annoying too.
and not
Oh.
redneck. I'm talking about old southern Georgia boy.
Well, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
Annoying.
shots. When Jassa starts banging the shots, all shit goes all man.
Okay,
I'm
you're
a happy
definitely
drunk.
Neil, if I send you my address, will them gummy worms fit inside a birthday card?
Yeah. Yeah, I can even put them in scentless baggies, so they'll never even know.
Oh, that would be awful nice.
Unless they open it.
Dude, I got a buddy that makes them, so I get them literally for like $1.
I would say send it in coffee, but now dogs are smelling coffee.
I got a bag.
I'm going to send you $30.
they are.
Okay, I'm sending you $30.
Just shush. I got the medicated sour worms, 4 of them, 100 grams each, 100 milligrams each, $10.
Not too many of those. The maltodextrin
That's
will
not
mess up the
fair,
amount.
Neil. I haven't got a hope in hell of getting anything like that here.
Oh, it's never happening here.
When's your birthday, Jen?
My problem is I have such a high tolerance. Tolerance through the roof.
I can't fucking imagine why that is. Can't.
I don't know. 7 grams usually lasts me maybe 2.5 days. Is that a bad thing?
Yes.
7 grams lasts you how fucking long?
About 2.5 days.
That's it?
Maybe
that much?
if I sleep, I get 3.
He's not buying BC weed, Neil.
Oh.
Saying that, the weed I get
I'll go
comes
for
from
7 grams in an evening.
the weed I get comes from Amsterdam.
Like,
The
I
weed I
roll
get
joints
from-
that are literally a gram.
Yeah, that's what I put in. I put about 1 gram in most of my joints, and my weed comes from Rotterdam. So
Okay.
I grew my own weed once and somebody nicked it.
So, makes sense now.
yeah, I smoke too much weed. It's official. Okay, leave me alone. I'm a pothead.
What time do you have me for, darn laddie?
Yeah, as a funny story, Neil,
What? Yeah,
that
go ahead.
dog, the dog that you seen earlier, that's 16 years old,
Yes.
His
his name is actually Pot.
Yeah.
His name is Pat?
Pot. P-O-T.
Pot. Oh.
Yes. Whenever I got him, we were doing like we were wondering what we would name him, and my mother was like, "Well, you should call him fucking Pothead, because that's all you spend your money on." And I was like, "I can't fucking call him Pothead, so I'll just call him Pot." So yeah,
Excellent.
he's called Pot.
The dog's like, I'm cool with it, man. All right.
He fucking knows. He fucking knows. He does prefer his drink though. But the last time he stole my wine, he was hungover for about 3 days.
So his last name is Wino. Pot Wino? Is that what it is?
How does the, you know what?
How does the dog steal your wine? Because you set it on the floor, beside your seat because there's no table in front of you, and you look over about 5 minutes later, and the cunt's knocked it over, and he's licking the mess on the floor. Then you wake up the next day and look at the dog, and he's just lying in his bed going, "Oh, fuck me, my life's over. I just want to die."
He's over there praying. He's like, if I ever get out of this hangover, I'll never drop another drop of liquor.
Hi, Faye. At 500, apparently, Julie will cut her hair. Well, I already sent $50. And I know some other folks have sent some too, so we might be climbing up there already.
Yeah, what's the total, Faye? What are we at?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, you're looking it up, are you, Neil?
No. I'm retweeting Angie's tweet with the video about her house. And I'm going to oh, hang on a second here. I'm also going to put the link to the PayPal in there. Shit, I fucked up. I'll have to start all over again. Yeah, I'll have to fucking start all over again. Motherfucker. Nope, that's not the one I'll go in. Okay. That's what I want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, you can post the links to the PayPal again through the chat there, please. Anyone. Yes.
I have it done. I posted it in the chat there.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
God, that sucks.
I know, right?
I mean, I've never had a tornado lift my roof off before, but in 2018, lightning struck our house twice, actually, within 10 minutes, and caught the second floor on fire. And here we are in the driveway with the dog, 3 kids crying as flames are shooting out the top of the house. Displaced us for like 3 months, almost 4 months, while they had to redo the whole second floor of the house. We were staying with family at the time.
IQ, that was obviously proof of God. You should have converted then. You've been doing something wrong. Not
Well,
just once, but twice.
There's a conflict of interest there because my wife is extremely Pentecostal. So,
as we would say in
So
the Southwest Ohio,
there's no excuse there because it's everything is punished by my actions, but I am covered by the covenant of her being a believer. So you can't use that one.
But he only destroyed half the house, didn't he?
Good point. But lightning struck the house while we were all in there. I don't know if anybody's had the, lack of a better word, the pleasure of being inside a house while it's been struck by lightning. But it's it's electrifying.
quite a shock, isn't it?
No,
Sorry, Dad.
Seriously, a shock because you hear the loudest bang, and you're like, "What the fuck was that?" Go upstairs, I look, and then the second time it struck, sparks shot out of the wall in the kitchen.
For the sake of interest,
I know what that one was. We're getting the fuck out of here.
For the sake of interest, was anything electrical working in your house after that?
Yes, nothing blew. Nothing blew.
Wow.
Well, I have a firm grip on electricity, and I have surge protectors and everything
Yeah, but a
everywhere.
direct strike. It's like a straight fuck you to fuses.
I have GFIs in every third outlet in a circuit in my house. Like I always
Awesome.
go through and do all that, and it pays off.
Resting sad face.
They rewired my mother's house when I was growing up.
I've been told so many times in streams when I'm concentrating on something else, why are you so sad? And I'm not sad. I was just thinking about something else, and that's my resting face. It just looks like I'm fucking miserable.
Next time you ought to say, I'm constipated. Just give me a minute. Things are passing. I'm good.
Yep. These will work out, sort of.
They rewired my mother's house when we were younger, and
God
my
damn it!
mother
I keep getting sidetracked.
and the electrician both said to me, obviously as a child, don't touch the electric wires that are hanging out of the wall and live. And of course, I totally didn't listen. And went up against them and touched them with the bottom of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle slippers, and burnt a whole fucking hole in the bottom of my slippers and shocked the life out of myself. Passed out for about 3 minutes.
So that's what's
Wow.
Also explains a lot.
No, fuck
Oh.
off. I like to push limits. Don't tell me no.
Oh,
More-
fuck you.
There
Oh,
used to be a trick we do with testing faulty capacitors in circuits, because your body acts as a capacitor, so you can effectively bridge a capacitor circuit with your finger and see if the circuit comes back online. As long as you know that circuit doesn't have high current in it, you're fine. You know you'll feel it, but it won't hurt you. So I was testing a part of a control circuit in a power supply like that, and I touched the other part of the power supply, and it threw me across the room.
we would leave charged capacitors on the floor for random people to pick up. And
Oh,
they
What
were
if they're gonna
they were only smaller
They're dirty.
ones, only a few microfarad, a few thousand microfarads, nothing major.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Okay. I'm cutting it right
Sure
there.
show.
You have been added to my schedule. June 20th, Saturday.
woo,
Sweet.
just today.
Grazie.
All right, so
I
you're
can't
going to
believe I
be.
got up early enough for this stream. I rarely wake up early enough for your streams, Neil. It's just
I
it's
know.
bad time for me.
I know it's
I'm usually
easier
waking
on the
up
weekends.
finally, so I managed to get up for Amanda's one. I was
Well, it's
15
easy-
minutes late or something.
It's easier on weekends for you because I go a little bit later and you can.
Yeah, it is easier on weekends, but
Yeah.
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 I try to be there for my friends when they have their things on. It doesn't always work because time differences screw you over, but
I know.
yeah, I managed this one.
That's why I'm normally watching yours after the fact when you've already posted them. So
I like to go watch Sam on Twitch, and he's Australian, so he plays at like fucking crazy o'clock in the morning for me. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, but I love to be there for him. So
I remember the days.
Plays for ages though. But you're going to be playing with him, aren't you?
Yeah,
On Twitch.
Ooh, that could be
Yeah.
misconstrued.
yeah.
It's gonna be-
Now wait a damn minute.
Hard. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not a good player at all, but I'm fucking mouthy when I play. So that's
Hey, don't
pretty
hate the
much part
players.
of it.
Don't hit the
Aren't we
player.
all,
Hit the
Amanda?
game.
I love Mama. She's wonderful. She's like, I'm mouthy when I'm playing a game. I'm mouthy when the Angel annoys me. I'm mouthy about Star Trek. Would you stop fucking thinking of excuses and just go, I'm mouthy and Amanda, hi.
Amanda,
No.
mouthy? Are you serious?
Fuck
Pray
you.
tell, say you're joking.
If you've
Surely
ever
you're
been
just-
She's even
when I'm
mouthy with
playing a
sign
game.
language.
And I do actually know American Sign Language, so
I use Save for Broadcast, Amanda, for gaming, because I know I wouldn't be, because the names I've called other players when I've been playing games online in voice chat, I just know that if I was online, you know the crap that happened with PewDiePie? Yeah,
No.
I reckon I'd be worse.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No.
Wait,
I mean, I wouldn't use words like the N word like he did, but yeah, I've called people really horrible things during games.
when I play with Angel, it's fucking brutal. like the things that we say to each other. Not the greatest.
If y'all want to get an idea
but damn.
of if y'all want to get an idea of the interaction between those two, you ought to watch the Mandalorian debrief, if you will, the show that she and he did. Yeah,
I did with Mr. Bear, and he
Yes.
helped me because he knows more about Star Wars than I do by a lot. Like a lot.
I think he knows more about Star Wars than Wikipedia does. Okay.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he edited a few.
Did he
of those.
fucking stand in line for 2 hours at the premiere of the original one?
Well, no, of course not, because he was born
I
in
did.
2004, so.
I did.
I'm sure you did. I wasn't even alive for the first one, so.
Neil, we know you're Methuselah's brother. Okay, Jesus.
Yeah, well, I'm Jesus' brother. That's right. Yeah.
No,
By the way, he
Jesus'
was an imaginary
stoner
brother. He never existed. He was an imaginary brother. My parents always
I'm
like, who are
probably
you
going to
talking
hop
to?
up in a little bit, Neil, if you've got anybody else who wants to hop in. Because
Actually,
it's like 10 a.m. now, and I probably should do stuff.
Probably, yeah. That'd probably be a good idea. But I'm going to bring this to an end anyways, because I've got stuff I got to do, and Amanda won't be able to stick around for too much longer either. So we'll end up bringing it to an end here shortly. So if anyone, I tell you what we can do. We can take a little bit of time and shill all our channels before we go. How's that?
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen. She's not going to say anything. Matt Pig, you're.
Ever
I
watched?
totally do not have complete access to her channel whatsoever. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Schiller, you goober.
Goober. I love it. I haven't heard that one in a while.
That's quite funny because that's exactly what we called my last dog, who was called Marley, by the way, and it was a German Shepherd. He was a goober. Yeah, Mama, she has TV time on Saturday. She needs one for this Saturday. So if anyone's got a TV show that she's watched that would help, give her a shout. Send her an email at momma.atheist@gmail.com. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got an idea. We were just watching them yesterday. We were watching all 6 episodes that were ever made and aired. Police Squad. You know, that's the Police Squad was the precursor to what later became known as the Naked Gun movies.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah, yes, sorry. I forgot about that.
Police Squad. So. Okay. I have to find that then.
It's only 6 episodes. It shouldn't be hard. And I believe they're all on YouTube.
If you actually knew what it was, Amanda, you should do Fawlty Towers.
Oh, yeah.
I love Fawlty Towers.
Dave would
You know
probably
Fawlty Towers?
Blackadder.
I've watched
Yes, just
some
because I'm a
Blackadder.
dirty American doesn't mean I don't love Britcoms.
That's right.
Fawlty Towers is like the seminal sitcom, really. It's
Red Dwarf. Thank you.
yeah.
My favorite.
I
have
refuse
watched
to
that.
see
Make
one
it,
of
make
those.
it,
my
make
face
it done.
so much the past few months. Oh my god, with all you fucking Brits that I know. Jesus Christ.
I am only doing TV time if it's Stargate SG-1, and she won't watch Stargate SG-1, so I'm never coming on TV
Don't
time.
feel bad. She won't do Star Trek either. So,
But I
fuck
can
us.
understand that. You know?
Watched an episode with you, didn't I?
Yeah, all of one.
There's a lot more than one.
There you go. More
that's
kudos from
Mama.
Police Squad. It's fucking
That's
hysterical.
Mama.
that movie.
Move on to
That-
IQ.
that show.
What? What'd you say, man?
Chill yourself, IQ.
Shill myself.
Wait a minute. You realize
No, there's nothing to shill there, man. Like I'm like the shill
He's the
ninja.
shiller.
I pop up and
You're shill
You know-
squared. If you shill yourself, does that make you shill squared? Or you the square?
I will.
So that's
shill
shill
section.
I will shill out IQ. IQ is the moderator extraordinaire. There you go. That's all you need to know.
I have to say that as well because Mama only made her new email address like literally about 5 hours ago, and IQ popped it into the chat. So that just shows that not only is he copying and pasting, he's making the effort to go and look in the background.
That's right.
So there's
So, yeah, I always check my links. I make sure they work. I check people out before I shill them just to make sure that everything's cool and I'm not shilling some crazy fucking weirdo out. And
You shill my stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah, well,
You're a
weirdo. Yeah, it's crazy. No.
by the way, IQ. I know the Bunnypedia link works, but this is actually the old name for my channel.
IQ, you wouldn't happen to have been in military intel, would you? You seem to be way too good at this.
You can actually
No,
use
I
Jen's
just
little
I figured out
corner.
how
It
to
does
do it.
actually work.
I know
Yeah,
he can't talk
I
about it.
don't know why YouTube keeps throwing it up that it's Funnypedia, because I did change it, but it's because it's an older channel. I've had it like 8 years or something.
I'll not tell you how
I've had
many
a channel since
channels
2007.
A lot.
It hit me just a little bit ago that I've got almost 200 people in my shill library, and I'm like, oh fuck! Like I'm gonna need to like go through, and people's channels names change. Like just recently, I changed Neil's Twitter link that I had to Neil the 604 Atheist from Neil the 604 Pumpkin King.
I have to say though, IQ, you need to move from notes to spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are where it's at, man. See, if you're shilling, spreadsheets be where it's at.
Oh no, I'm all mobile. Like I do everything from a cell phone, so it's all Samsung Notes for me. I just copy paste everything from the Samsung Notes to a clipboard. And that's what I shill into chats.
Yeah,
Super
well,
I've got
easy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger thumbs.
my mobile phone is actually faster than my fucking laptop.
I remedied that just recently, but yeah, I felt that one.
Oh, and saying that, man, I've got a OnePlus 6, and I am very chuffed with it. I paid about £489 for it like 3 years ago, and I can have like 7 tabs, programs. It's a really good phone.
Okay, guys, we're sidetracking here. We're trying to shill stuff.
Okay, sorry.
So, Math Pig, go ahead.
I provide a platform where people come and shout at me. I'm a drunken Irishman. We talk about, we do
It's
interviews.
literally true.
We do interviews on a Sunday and a Tuesday, and I talk to an ancient alien guy on a Thursday. This Thursday, we're starting, as in tomorrow, we're starting the Epic of Gilgamesh. We're doing that at 8:30 UK time, which would be 3:30 Eastern Standard. And then tomorrow at 5 Eastern Standard and 10 UK, we have Momma, Maddie, and Math Pig. And she's a nuclear scientist with a background in astro and geology. And we've got me and we've got Momma. So I'm basically just going to be quiet and let them two talk, but that's happening tomorrow anyway.
And did you have somebody we kind of well known on just recently?
Who recently? Yeah, I had Aaron Rad 2 Sundays ago. Brilliant conversation. Hung about for 3 hours. It was a lot of respect for Aaron, following him for over a decade. And you're lucky.
Morning, P. Sorry. Peace.
No, well, that's it. I'm just rambling. You need to shut me down.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, sure. Let's kick him out of the chat again. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Jassa.
I'm a shadow.
I didn't. My hands are up here.
That was probably me. No, I'm a shadow. I support a lot of the community. I will every once in a while get into a few arguments on Twitter. You know, that's what it's for, I think. And I'm just here to support my friends and knights and muckas and all of them.
That's
Look,
awesome.
there he's hiding. He's hiding.
Yeah. And Jassa will be on my channel, as we just agreed to today, on June 20th, 6 p.m., which is a Saturday. 6 p.m. I might want to add. I never do this, but I should add Pacific time because I live on the West Coast of North America.
Because some people use Pacific.
You know, yeah. Just saying.
And whiskey may or may not be evolved. So.
Oh! Can you hear that? People banging their pots and pans for all the nurses and doctors that are working through the COVID stuff. All the essential service people. They every night 7:00 they get out and clap and cheer and throw fucking what do you call them? Explosives and shit, whatever they call it. They fucking fireworks. That's the word. Explosives. Blowing shit up. And
they're excited.
They're really excited. Yeah. And they do that. They do that for a couple minutes every night at 7:00 to show their appreciation. Everyone stands out on their balconies or wherever they are and do this. Which is
Americans
cool.
are a bunch of pricks. We don't seem to appreciate those that are actually in harm's way.
No.
I know.
We can learn a lot from
time zones are a Canadian invention. I don't know about that. The world's been around a lot longer than Canada.
Is that? Wouldn't it have been done when they were sorting out the lines of
longitude, latitude? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway,
I mean, and technically they would predate finding the Americas.
You'd think.
For navigation
construct anyway. So
They didn't have clocks back then, so who cares? They had to use sundials, right? Yeah. So anyway,
well, effectively with the sundial, time zones have to be a thing because of the sun. And
no, there you go. Scottish-born Canadian Sir Sanford Fleming proposed a worldwide system of time zones in 1879. But we're not even a real country anyway, so who cares?
Australia's not a real country.
No, it's a prison colony.
So he would have proposed a standardized system of time zones, but we would have had them anyway. I think it used to be a case that virtually every town had its own time zone.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah. So you could move between towns and you'd have to change your watch, assuming you could afford to own a watch. Or even knew what a watch was.
And this wasn't a problem before it took, longer than a day to get to the next time zone.
Apparently my YouTube channel is educational now. I give tips on how to drink beer safely.
In the UK, that would have there'd be half an hour difference in times between two counties, and you could drive between them on a horse and carriage within a day. So it was an issue.
All right. Next up, Jen's little corner.
Oh, I obviously don't shut up then. Okay. Jen's little corner. I do sciencey debunking videos and all sorts of other stuff, LGBTQ stuff, and that on my channel. You can catch me on Twitter, where I haven't been as active in the last couple of weeks, but that's mostly been shit. Just been that way. I've been coding a lot, so I've sort of been distracted. And yeah, that's me.
Coding. She's rewriting her DNA, guys. That's what's going on.
No, I'm actually writing software for the community for doing the chat stuff that you pop up on StreamYard, where you pop up somebody's statement that they say, is really, really hard to do if you're using OBS. And a lot of us prefer to use OBS because we can get better layouts and stuff. So I've been writing software that will let us do that with OBS.
Okay. Excellent. That's cool. Because eventually I'm probably going to do the OBS thing and run it through, the StreamYard, the whole, like Chris does with his show, the Daily Atheist, which is another really good show, by the way, guys. If you're not subbed to the Daily Atheist, I would recommend it. Anyway, and I highly recommend subbing to all the people that do have channels in this after party hangout right now, because there's very, very good content. Anyways,
don't talk to me. I just talk shit. It's not worth it.
But it's funny shite.
Motherfucker.
Did you do that, Neil, or did he do that?
No, I did it. I did it.
It's been Neil all night. I have never kicked myself.
The first time was accidental, man. I'm telling you.
It's okay, Neil. I understand. It's fine.
It's all right. Just shut up. Your check's on the way to you. Anyway, so the check with the gummy worm is attached to it.
£30, man. I want at least 50 worms.
It's gonna be fucked up.
Oh man, yeah. Moving on, yeah.
All right, let me do my closing statements, guys, please. All right. First of all, thank you everyone for joining me in the after party today, and once again, thank you to Amanda and all, aka Momma Atheist, for being my guest of honor today. I had a great time.
Did Amanda show herself?
His
Yes.
last pick kind of shilled me, so.
Yeah.
I didn't think she did it herself.
Yeah.
You can show yourself, Amanda.
Don't chill, so.
So Matt Pig took care of that.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyways, and thanks everyone for joining us. And thanks to all you guys in the chat for hanging out with us and having a few laughs with us. We appreciate that. If you're new to my channel and you do like what you see, there are links on how to help support the channel if you're into doing that. I have a Patreon list. I got a PayPal me list. I've got an Amazon wish list, which really is not that big important until I get an actual studio set up, and then we'll worry about the list there because there's stuff for that. But anyways, like I always say at the end of these things, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And remember, guys, be safe, be well, and be kind. And we'll see you guys next time.
Au revoir.